This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, buddy. Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's my first upload commentary. Apologize for all them little bullshit videos I had up before this one, but it's all good, man. This is BloodTypeTHC, aka Stone Guy, aka D. You can use either one of those three. It's perfectly fine with me. Just want to let's go ahead and maybe introduce myself to you guys, man. Been doing this live streaming thing, and you know, a few folks say, hey, you might as well get cracking on this YouTube shit, because kind of want to know who you are, you know. So, well, here it is, man. First of all, I just want to make it known that I am old, okay? I'm an old mofo. I come from the 80s, where everything was innocent. Video games weren't a big thing. But they were definitely a subject of discussion in this day. When I was about 4 or 5, dude, I was at this daycare my mom worked in. I bet that worked out for her because she got discounts and shit like that by having her child go there. It's cool. But I don't know. My love for video games probably came from way back then, dude. I guess my daycare was balling. They had this little Nintendo workstation. Not a workstation, but it was like 4 or 5 Nintendos all, you know, lined up. Kind of like your traditional gaming setups nowadays. And, you know, it was just so, you know, they had to have more than one because, hey, kids be fighting over that shit back then. Especially over trying to play Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. But, hey, that's where it began, man. And I ended up leaving my mom because of some personal reasons, staying with my grandparents. But my grandparents had an Atari 5200, man. So I was fooling around with that until I moved back down to Florida. But the Atari 5200, I'd probably say best game on that thing was this game called Rescue on Fractalus. And I got a hold of my grandparents. So I'm gonna get my hands on that Atari 5200 so I can show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, I can live stream that shit. But I remember there's parts of that game I was just so afraid to even use the restroom, dude. I won't even fucking I won't lie about that shit. I don't know. When I got back down to Florida, my mom was able to buy an NES for me. So whoop-de-doo. And I'd say my favorite games on the NES were probably RC Pro-Am, the Ninja Turtles series, Batman, Excitebike, Kung Fu. It's just too many names to name. I really love Nintendo. Holy shit, brings back some memories. My mom got me a Game Boy in 1990. The only 2 games I had on that shit was, what was it? Link's Awakening and Tetris. Couldn't afford to give me anything else because he was too busy buying freaking Nintendo games, man. And then I remember 91 is when my parents bought got that Sega Genesis for me, the 16-bit, not the 32-bit. And anybody that had the original Sega know that the Sonic not for resale cartridge came with that one. So I spent a lot of time playing Sonic. Probably some of my other favorite titles are probably the Mortal Kombat series, Streets of Rage 2. Midnight Resistance, WWF WrestleMania, Tecmo Bowl. I don't know, use Game Genie with that thing. It's just a couple things, a couple titles right off the top of my head. And then maybe fast forward to PlayStation 1, man, in 95. My parents got me that. They weren't able to buy a lot of games because the shit was kind of expensive. So the only game I had on the PS1 was Metal Gear Solid. Really enjoyed that. I still have that. I actually bought that on PSN not too long ago. And I just had a shitload of demos because, like I said, they weren't able to buy a lot of shit. I don't know, fast forward to, what, 2002? And that's when I got my PS2 and just fell in love with SOCOM and Grand Theft Auto and Midnight Club and Need for Speed, High Pursuit, True Crime, Streets of LA, and Black. I mean, there's quite a few titles on PS2 that I really enjoyed. Man, I spent a lot of money on PS2 titles. I was probably buying games, maybe a game a month, maybe every other month. I was buying maybe a couple games, and you know, it's not like that anymore, man. Now we're on with the PS3, and I've had a PS3 since what, November of 07. Got COD 4 on a Black Friday or whatever, so spent quite a bit of money for that shit. And I enjoyed it, but there was a huge, I don't know, I was having problems with the learning curve going from third-person shooters to first-person shooters. So I was actually going back and playing, you know, going back to SOCOM and playing on the PS2 because, hell, well, a lot of my friends didn't have, you know, the PS3. And, you know, I managed to, you know, do my thing on COD 4, but it wasn't, my skill level isn't what it is now. And I don't know, I've enjoyed the PS3 in its run. I mean, it's had its moments, and you know, I've yet to have moments like I did when COD 4 first came out. But I'm just now getting into God of War within the past 2 years because I missed out on that series due to my obsession with SOCOM in this day, man. And I don't know, I've enjoyed Call of Duty in its run, but I think it's time for something new. Just want to let you guys know I'm definitely getting the PS4, no doubt about it. I mean, why stop now? I mean, Sony's been my story for the most part. I've had, you know, PS1, 2, and 3, and I don't plan on switching up anytime soon. So, I don't know. The new COD, is it coming out on a new console? I don't really care if it does or not. I'm getting it until they have something, you know, really death-defying. For the PS4, the titles I'm really looking for is another SOCOM, Metal Gear Solid. Konami's always been a company that brings it when it comes to their games, and the new look with the new, you know, coding and all that stuff. So really looking forward. They never disappoint with their games. Now, as far as this channel goes, man, I don't know, man. I just want to connect with folks in the gaming community who are just kind of fed up with where it's at now. So I'm just one of many people who has a mic and a computer and a capture card and just able to record stuff. So, I mean, wouldn't you if you were able to, man? So, just try not to get discouraged when you're at the bottom of the barrel. You know, as far as YouTube goes, if you're just now starting out, you're really at the bottom of the barrel. So, try not to let that get to you. Just do your thing, man. And I don't know, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I'm just making videos for the few subs that I do have, and you know, I got a story just like everybody else. You know, I think it's genuine. It's gonna be raw. At the end of the day, I want folks to learn from me and the mistakes I made, and how they affect others. And some of my future videos that I got coming give you another side to some shitty jobs I've had, probably growing up in an abusive home with a stepfather, not knowing your biological father. To my teenage years and growing pains, and joining the military and my reasons for joining the military, and how I feel about being out of the military for 6 years, living with PTSD and what it really is, saying goodbye to Social Security, getting what you want out of life without selling your soul, the afterlife, because there is one. This year in 2013, and how the world's gay and how it's affecting everything. Being molested someone close to you, traveling the world, understanding various cultures, operating in a negative world, not giving up, suicide. I mean, it's really no subject is taboo on this channel. There won't be any bullshit on here, I can tell you that right now, except for just little videos I may put up here and there of having fun. But there's plenty of other channels out there for that, man. Just want to connect with people, like I said, and help unspoken folks as much as I can. And I think that's because it covers it for now, man. Oh yeah, I'm really enjoying live streaming, and we'll be getting it in, so feel free to stop by. But just a quick note, man, I I run my real life and my internet life to pretty much the same. I don't let people talk crazy to me in real life, let alone on the internet. So I know the internet gives people a mask and an avenue to be themselves, you know, their true selves. But the bottom line is, I treat people all the same. You dictate our engagement. So if you're nice and friendly, I'm nice and friendly, man. But if you're an asshole, I'm an asshole. I think you guys can understand that. I don't have a definitive schedule for streaming or YouTube uploads yet. Just hang around long enough and I'll get those shits to you, man. YouTube videos are coming. We're going to mix it up. I don't want this to be a strict Call of Duty channel. So even though it may end up looking that way, just don't be looking all crazy when you see some other shit on here. So oh yeah, and shouts out to my boy Sergeant 5 Shot. He's been helping me out a lot. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I'm probably gonna be doing a dual stream in the near future. Just got to figure out my settings for Wirecast. And speaking of Wirecast, I'm gonna upload a setup video in the near future for you guys, so you guys can see the freaking pains I got to go through to stream and do everything I need to do. Apple computers aren't Twitch friendly, so that's for another video. But expect my opinions on this game, especially Black Ops 2. But also expect to hear a lot of this at the end of my videos, dude. And that is treat each other well and be good to each other. And not only, you know, you just never know, but, you know, not only because you never know, but just it's the right thing to do, man. Got to get back to the basics. Nothing wrong with hello, hi, how you doing, please, thank you. You know, we got to start somewhere, man. I think a generation's lost in my eyes, but anyways, you guys take care, and we'll see you on the next video, man. Stay tuned.